This is the Royals POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Kansas City Royals. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome into the Royals POSTCAST on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'm your host, Chance Liebau, and I'm here to bring you reaction to every single Royals game the rest of the way. You can follow me on Twitter at Chance Liebau. That's at ChanceLiebeau. If you can't make a show live, do not worry. These episodes will be uploaded for you to listen to on demand wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for making the Locked On Royals podcast and the Royals POSTCAST your first listen of the day. Before we get started, remember to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and turn on our notifications so that you get an alert whenever we go live. Thanks for joining the show, and we want to see you in the live chat tonight. Royals pick up their fifth straight win, a massive series, obviously a massive series, but not going to say series win just yet. They at least secure a series split with the Rangers, and now they see themselves as honestly, contenders at this point. I'm declaring it. They're not just competitors. I'm going to move my there we go. That's a lot better. Setting up a new desk area right now. So moving around the camera a little bit, but big win for the Royals tonight. 5-2. I mean, just what the doctor ordered. You see the power surge once again. Seth Lugo with a big bounce back outing. We did not see the Seth Lugo we've seen since he had we have not seen him this way since he signed the contract extension. Obviously, great to see him come away with a big outing today. And obviously, the Royals now sit 2.5 games out of a wild card spot. They are trailing the Mariners, who have lost 4 in a row. Royals have won 5 in a row. The Guardians are struggling. The Royals have the longest winning streak in baseball right now, and that's why we are here talking to you. This was an excellent outing from Seth Lugo tonight, and that is going to kick it up. That is going to be the first thing we talk about. Here's what you'll be talking about.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Seth Lugo had a big bounce back outing tonight. He was not as sharp as you would want him to be. I'll openly admit that. He was not very sharp tonight. But you saw just enough out of Seth Lugo to encourage you, at least in my opinion. It was an encouraging night for Seth Lugo. He had his rough spots. I mean, after the Jock home run was not very sharp. And I was watching the game with my dad. He was down. He actually helped me move in this new desk. We are kind of in a newer setup right here. I actually like this a lot more, if I'm going to be honest. I like having that behind me. But with Seth Lugo tonight, my dad brought it up. He was talking about how when Lugo gives up a home run or gets rattled a little bit, he loses his command. He starts to pick at the edges of the strike zone. We saw that tonight a little bit. He did retire 8 of 9 before the Jock Peterson home run in the top of the 4th. And then after that, gave up, I believe he walked the batter after Jock Peterson, but definitely did not have his best command tonight. I mean, if you want, I'm going to pull up Savant right here and pull up Seth Lugo's outing because he wasn't totally sharp. The curveball was a big get me over pitch for Seth Lugo tonight. Looking at it, it was 102 pitches. 47% of them were in the zone. The curveball was a big pitch for him tonight. Sorry. Oh, man. Curveball was a big pitch for him tonight. Being able to get that in the zone was massive for him. And then the fastball, had its moments. But very, very good outing tonight from Seth Lugo. Encouraging to see that because he was not sharp for the most part since he signed that extension. The command was bad. He was giving up a lot of hard contact. The Washington outing was about everything bad we've seen from Seth Lugo combined into one start. And then you see him tonight where he comes out, gives up the early home run to Seager. And, man, you're thinking, oh, shucks, here we go again. But instead, he puts the team on his back. 8 of 9 retired, gives up the homer to Jock, which even the home run to Jock, I get upset by it because it's a 150 hitter that you're giving that up to. But I'm going to pull it up here. I don't think that was it was a home run in 30 of 30, 414 feet. I didn't think he got all of it. He got it down the line, which was helpful, but maybe I was wrong there. I was watching it in a bar with my dad, so I didn't really see that to the fullest extent. But very encouraging from Seth Lugo tonight, and I think that he proved that the haters were wrong. to put it quite simply. A really good outing from Seth Lugo tonight. I think he proved that he was worth the money, and I was not hitting the panic button yet. I'm very happy with what we saw from Seth Lugo. And then the bullpen continues. This bullpen has been so underrated all season long. For what they're paying these guys, this bullpen is one of the best in baseball. Angel Serpa, a good inning and a chunk. Johnny Schreiber, Johnny Leverage coming in, getting the save, sitting him down 3 out of 4. I don't think I could have been more impressed by a Royals win tonight. And the offense was not great. And while the pitching staff was very encouraging, the offense wasn't great, but they did just enough, which is kind of what they've been doing. They've been doing just enough to get by and earn these wins. It's a bit concerning in the long term. You'd like to see him put B2A on somebody, but at the end of the day, they have been doing just enough. The offense, Mike Yastrzemski is so good. We'll talk about the offense when we come back here on the Royals Postcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day. So take a brand new holiday for football fans who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. So take a flyer on the MVP race. You can crown your champion in August, like a lot of you will be doing with the Kansas City Chiefs, or parlay your division winner dark horses. I want you guys have been giving me some flack for my picks here. I'd like to hear your guys' division winner dark horses in the chat. Let us know who you think are some sleepers in the NFL. And if you feel like you have a good hunch, you can bet on it at FanDuel on FanDuel Futures Day. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. Today's episode is also brought to you by PrizePicks, the daily fantasy platform that lets you turn your football prediction into real rewards. Preseason is already heating up, and college football isn't too far behind. Whether you've got your eye on a big-name quarterback or breakout running backs, PrizePicks makes it easy to get in the game. PrizePicks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code LOCKEDON, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDON, to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 play. PrizePicks, run your game. All right, big win tonight for the pitching staff. I mean, all in all tonight, the Rangers, who the offense is very hit or miss, they got just 8 base runners, 4 hits, 4 walks, and one of them came in the 9th inning off of one walk came off of Schreiber there in the 9th inning. We talked about Seth Lugo. The offense did not hit well against Merrill Kelly. That is putting it very nicely. Merrill Kelly had the Royals really confused tonight. I don't know what it was, whether the fastball location was just elite, or whether the Royals just weren't seeing him very well. He's a guy that doesn't have overpowering stuff, and the command tonight, it was not, it wasn't really overwhelming with how much he was in the zone. The Royals just didn't see him, it felt like. Merrill Kelly tonight in the zone on 58% of his pitches, 61% swing rate in the zone, 17 whiffs on 35 swings for the Royals. They were able to do what I felt like was kind of just enough against Merrill Kelly to hold you over until you got to that Rangers bullpen, which has been an abject disaster here in this month of August. They saw it on the broadcast last night. The bullpen has been quite terrible for the Rangers this season. So while the Royals didn't attack Merrill Kelly with the fullest intent, they were able to get a ton against the Rangers bullpen, which is not something that is out of the ordinary for this Rangers team. And the Royals, say what you want about them, they are playing much better late in ball games this season than we've seen from them pretty much all season. I really like what we're seeing from the offense. Second, third time through the order, we saw Vinny, who, for all intents and purposes, I've been a Vinny realist, pessimist at sometimes. Vinny's been playing some really good baseball, and I really like what we saw from him tonight. being able to put a ball into the bleachers again. I mean, he has turned himself into a power hitter. I'm not sure we ever thought we'd see maybe a 30 home run season here and there if he got some on the road. But we've seen so far, Vinny Pasquantino has been, I don't want to call him an elite power bat, but a really good power bat for the Royals this season. And it has helped them to the point where they've needed him at times to be a power bat. Now, there are other times they need him to just be an unselfish hitter, put a ball in the air, move a runner over. But Vinny Pasquantino has been very, very good for the Royals during this winning streak. I have not done enough prep to really get through and talk to you, like to give you the actual numbers about what he's been doing during this winning stretch for the Royals. But he's been a big piece of it. He's up to 24 homers on the season. He's pacing for over 30 homers. So for Vinny Pasquantino, man, tip your cap to him. He was atrocious, unplayable at times after the All-Star break for a couple weeks. He had a couple weeks rough in August, and then he's really turned it on here recently. It's been a big difference for them in the second half of this season. When Vinny's going, this offense is clicking. Michael Garcia adds another hit tonight, and even Vinny getting another double as well. Bobby Witt Jr. I mean, let's talk about Bobby. I know there's a lot of people in here, and we don't talk about Bobby that much on the show. It's kind of like Patrick Mahomes, where you know what you're going to get from Patrick Mahomes on a week in, week out basis. His bad games are some quarterbacks' career days. For Bobby Witt Jr., some people are saying it's a down year for Bobby. I disagree wholeheartedly. I understand the fact that he's not having – go to FanGraphs right now and look at the single season shortstop records since the Royals became a franchise. Bobby Witt Jr. since 1970 last year had the second best shortstop season of all time. Of all time. He has taken a step back from being the second best shortstop in Major League Baseball history. So when you talk about him having a down year, guys, you check the odds at FanDuel or PrizePicks, whatever you want to do, either one of those. Check the odds. Bobby Witt Jr. is the third favorite in the MVP. Bobby Witt Jr. is the third most valuable player in the American League. And tonight, hitting his 100th, that ball was tattooed. And for Bobby Witt Jr., he's over 290 right now. I know he has not had the season that we all hoped he would have. But there was times this season, especially when they were slumping in early June and late May, when he really was not playing well at all. There were times when Bobby Witt Jr. was horrible. And not horrible by his standards, but just horrible. He was not hitting with power. He was not hitting for power. The ball wasn't going out of the yard. And to make the adjustments that he made in the late part of June, early part of July, and I get it, he's not going to have the all-time season that he had last season, but he's still going to finish with one of the best non-George Brett seasons in Royals history. I'm going to say that for you again. In a down year for Bobby Witt Jr., he is going to finish with one of the best non-George Brett seasons in WAR in Royals history. That's how good of a player he is. And I just don't want Royals fans taking him for granted, because I've watched bad Royals baseball. Some people in this chat, I'd say a majority of the people in this chat, have watched some really bad Royals baseball. We have been blessed with baseball Jesus in Kansas City, the most five-toolsy player in baseball, most five-toolsy player since Mike Trout, and the best shortstop since A-Rod. Don't take him for granted. Bobby Witt Jr. is transcendent. He is a superstar of epic proportions, unlike the Royals have seen since George Brett retired. Say what you want. I love Lorenzo Cain. I love Eric Hosmer. Alex Gordon holds a dear place in my heart. I was at the Mike Moustakas retirement ceremony. None of those guys have anywhere near the impact on a baseball game that number 7 has. That guy is special, and you should not take him for granted. He is one of 5 in the American League, one of 3 actually in the American League, behind the best catcher season of all time and the best hitter season since Barry Bonds, Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh. Behind them is a down year from Bobby Witt Jr. That's incredible to think about. And I don't mean to get up on my soapbox, but man, I understand that Bobby has not been the 330 hitter with 50 doubles, but he's going to be one of the best players in baseball this year and for many, many, many years to come. That is one. Listen, after Juan Soto signed his $15,750 deal this offseason, Bobby Witt Jr.'s contract became the best value contract in Major League Baseball. After Vladdy signed his it became the best contract in Major League Baseball. The Royals have one of the top 5 players in Major League Baseball under salary for 11 years, 7 guaranteed. And I think that Bobby wants to stay a Royal for a long, long time. And that was why I think that this season, going in and saying, we're not going to sell, we're going to buy, we're going to try to compete with that guy, with number 7 on your team, you have to at least make an attempt to be a solid, quality baseball team year in and year out. And the Royals did that, and now they sit 2.5 games out of a wild card spot. Bobby Witt Jr. is a big reason why. Mike Yastrzemski, superstar. I know that a lot of people didn't like the Mike Yastrzemski deal when it happened. I loved it. It was my favorite move. And now him and Adam Frazier, it's the unction. Those two old heads are carrying this young team and been, spark plugs for a team that absolutely needed it in the middle and top of their order. Give a round of applause. JJ Picollo, I think he's a top 5, top 6 general manager in all of Major League Baseball. He has done a fantastic job building this team from, I don't want to say the bottom to the top, because the bottom has been really bad this season, but being able to fill holes, plug and play guys. Man, there's nobody better than JJ Picollo in baseball about being able to identify areas of need and filling them. I love JJ Picollo. Tip of the hat to the Royals. They had a big win tonight, and they'll go for a series win tomorrow against not Jacob deGrom. I did not see who they announced as the starter. Maybe somebody will have it in the chat. I've been kind of busy today. I do apologize. The news broke after my workday ended, so I did not see who will be starting tomorrow. But it's a heck of a lot worse than Jacob deGrom. I can tell you that right now. The Royals have an opportunity going into tomorrow to get to within a game and a half of the American League wild card. And if that happens, folks, I won't just call them competitors. I'll call them contenders, because they will be in the wild card race if that happens tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for being with us here in the chat. I will answer Curtis's question before we get out of here. He said, would you bring Yaz and Frazier back next season? I'm someone, I always like to buy low and sell high. Not sure if I would. I'm not sure if I would. Maybe Yaz, not Frazier. Yaz would be a maybe for me. Frazier, where are you going to play him? They're going to have a really crowded team when Jack Caglione comes back, and I don't want him to be pigeonholed into the second base spot where Michael Massey could be returning to. So I do think they have a solid core right now. I think that at the right price, bringing those guys back would not be a bad thing. All right, we are going to get out of here, but we'll be back tomorrow night. Again, tomorrow night, because the Royals are playing a night Wednesday game. So be back with us tomorrow night, another edition of the Royals POSTCAST. Thanks for listening. Turn on notifications, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. You guys are the best. We'll see you tomorrow night.